हाँ हाँ शुरू कर दिया वो बोलना मत Hi everybody, welcome to this show. So today we're streaming Football Manager 2019. I'm managing two clubs in an online save. Two clubs on hot seat. So one of them is Manchester United, and the other one is FC United. And there are quite a few other players. Most of them are not active at the moment, but they're managing the clubs, and they've set up the tactics. And while I play the game, their teams run on like auto mode, I guess. So they've set up the tactics, and their tactics are followed during the match. So. Distance. Okay, so we were playing Manchester City next. So let me check if I can brief the players. Not yet. Okay, so continue. So, news. So I would love you guys to join the show. Join basically the online game. I mean, and the way you do that is you start a new game. Look for server, online game. You look for a server, and the name of the server is Big League, and there's no password, so anybody can join. So these two players need to see a specialist. Risk update. Man United injury risk update. So a lot of players are on heavy match load. I don't know. I'm gonna take chances and whatnot. I shouldn't take chances with Valencia though. I think I might risk. I might rest to Valencia. But other than that, I don't think I'm going to change much. Personality changes had a personal good impact on the youngsters. Basically, younger Mendes has a good support, and nothing much. So. I want Martial to get further forward and Luke Shaw to get further forward. I think that's it. Everything else will be fine. And Rashford, sorry, not Rashford, Gomez, Fellaini, Young, Rojo. So let me bring on Rojo, Young. Fullback, wingback support. I don't really want to play Hector if I can avoid it. So what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to have to play Hector. Fellaini is the other option that I have, but I'd rather play Hector. So Hector, Pogba, Martial, Lingard, and Lukaku. Okay. Inbox continue. Injury update, player development, advice, and lack. So a lot of players complaining that there's lack of depth in midfield. Players to move between squads. They're asking me to move some of the under 18s to the FC United squad. Maybe. Let's see. I feel like I can think of moving. Okay. So they're saying some of them are too old to be in the thing. Palmer. I think I would actually have them stay where they are. Probably give him a chance. This course, move this Palmer, but I will also have him available for 90 minutes. So as a midfielder, what can he do? He can attack. He can attack. He has good technique, finishing, so he can play the central midfielder attack, and he has good acceleration. His pace is not that great, so probably it will work better in a slow system. He has good work rate. Okay. So when is the next match? 4 days. Okay, in 4 days we have another match coming up. Belgium manager to leave post. Okay. Over attacking. So Man City match coming right up. Carabao Cup. Manchester United favorites to win. We are in inconsistent form. They are in excellent form, but I think I can get the better of them. Just because I narrowly lost the last match against them, and I think I should be able to win this one though. I actually want to play Valencia, but his fitness level is too low. Sergio Romero, is he available for the? No, he's not. He's not been made available for his reserve squad, which I want to have him be available so he gets match fitness. And Lee Grant. I'm gonna bring Lee Grant in for this match. Let me see if there's anything I can do to make things better. Actually, I'm gonna play Herrera. What does this mean? SVT. Okay. I don't think that makes a big difference. I'm gonna bring on Herrera for Hector. And Hector on for Angel Gomez. Should I go for that? Actually, I'm gonna go for, instead of Mata. Okay. And I'm gonna have a look at Pogba. So his shooting is good, I know that much. His finishing is good as well. He's not good at keeping shape, so I'll probably play him in a position that doesn't rely on shape. And this player is good at, he's a good defensive player, I think. Okay. Yeah, I think that should work. Select team. Yeah. Okay. And and okay. So we're going to take more time on the ball, and we're going to we're going into an attacking shape basically. I'm giving more support to the wing because I asked both Martial and Luke Shaw to attack, so I put a defensive player here, and I pushed Pogba into a more attacking role. Lingard, so Shaw with the ball, and Fred plays it back to Shaw. So we're playing good passes. The expressive, the use of expressive football really worked, and I think we're keeping the possession well. Let me check what formation they're playing. Playing a 4-4-2, and if I'm not wrong, it should be Mahrez and okay. So they're playing Parato, and I'm not too much sure how he plays Parato. Let me check. Let me check Parato. So he plays as a target man, about target man. Um, and he's young. No, he's 30, but he's not that great. So his valuation is something like 15 million. What's his valuation? His valuation is, I would think it's around 15 million, and that would be a little bit high because he's 30. Contract, plans, bans, premium milestones, form. It doesn't say evaluation. Let me check. Uh, it should be under general info. Valued at 23 million actually. So he's valued more than I was thinking. I was thinking he would be valued at 15 million, but maybe it's because he was recently bought or something. He was recently bought, yeah, for 7 million, and he's worth that much already. 23 million. I want to check something, so give me a second, please. Yeah, I just noticed something. Then I shut down the voice of the game. I was testing something and I turned it on. So let me turn it back up. So yeah, now it's working. So let me take a quick look at the stats. If there's anything outstanding. So many from the looks of it, Man City have been better than us in the opening 10 minutes. Yeah, so I just picked up a yellow card as well. But I've seen a lot of highlights in which we looked in good form, good shape, and whatnot, playing good football. So I'm not too concerned. Even if the stats are more favorable towards them, but the highlights seem to be more favorable towards us. So. So they're not pressing high, they're actually sitting deep on my marking. And that goes into Pogba, through the wide match now. Almost a goal. This one is not coming with delays. Take him off. Corners, Luke from the left. So, attacking corners. Oh, so I mean Ashley Young. What is this solution? Okay, so I'm gonna put Pogba on. And one more. I'll change this routine. God. Tactics, set piece, corners, and not this. Corners, attacking corners, left. Okay, so pass it short. How do I say that? Pass it short. And MCL. MCL would have to left hand. And I thought I fixed this, but it doesn't look like it's been fixed. Anyways. Not a lot of players forward. See, when we counter-attack, they have 5-6 players in defense and we only have 3 or 4. I don't really like that. I'd like to do a more fluid system in which we attack with more numbers. The other thing is, when we get the ball, I don't think our players are that creative that we can open up their defense. So they're being very defensive actually. And their strikers are not that great. So if everything, this is going to be a very defensive match towards them. But what I don't get is how come they have like equal number of shots and targets and shots on goal as us? I'm not quite sure. So Sterling. Is Sterling playing as a forward? Decisions of the hand played out. They will keep on what he's doing, but he's gonna go. That was a very tactical player. Taking very good, I would say. I think it's so I don't think I should change anything. I was gonna change anything, but I don't want to unsettle the players by changing things too often. I think I'm gonna let it stay as it is and wait for some kind of event to trigger the change. So Lukaku +3. Beautiful. This is gonna be a goal. But yeah, see? I knew it was gonna be a goal. They were too far open. I've got 2 goals now. I'm one of those people who like to play pragmatic rather than like play some sort of like extreme beautiful football or like try to win 5-0. I'd rather like be pragmatic and get the result. Focus more on the result than the scoreline and whatnot. So I'm probably gonna make a change in a few minutes. I'm probably gonna make a change at halftime. Take off Herrera because he's got a yellow card and he wasn't completely match fit when I brought him on. So I'm going to substitute Herrera. So what are the messages like? So messages are like, I don't know where they got their first shots on goal and target, but since then they haven't like had any more shots on target. Actually, I'm thinking of taking out Pogba because I don't think his style of play would suit us at the moment. I won't take off Pogba, definitely. Okay, yeah, it's always happening. Personal, okay, okay, defocused, tactics. Okay, so I'm gonna take off Pogba and her, and I'm gonna bring on. Okay, I'm gonna bring on Rashford. Okay, 3-3. So I'm playing counter-attacking system now with lower intensity with numbers up front. So basically, if they make a mistake in defense, we're gonna pounce on them really quickly and get a goal. That's the basic idea. Nothing outstanding. Okay. Looks wrong with the ball and crosses it and heads it away. Okay, still got it. Sorry. Have a look at the tactics. I hope he doesn't think of me as something over. He gets sent off. So how many substitutions have I made? I made 2 substitutions. Let's get rid of one. Yeah. How many shots have we had in this game? So we've had 21 shots in this game, 8 on target. And we've been like really pressing them in our attack. But because of their low block, they're probably not a lot of shots on target. Okay, I'm gonna make the final substitution now. So moving to a bit more counter-attacking football, with more players in defense, putting the emphasis on them to attack. So let's see how things are. I don't think this match is in doubt. We've won this game. I'm just seeing out the match, basically. So we won the game, basically, and we won it comfortably. So Stockport next. They're 17th in the league, so we'll have to see how we're gonna play against them. But what's it called? I'm not quite sure why the game's taking so long to load. So Carroll Cup, Chelsea drew but won on penalties. Liverpool are through. Everton lost against Bournemouth. I did think Herrera was pretty good in the game. I mean, he didn't get sent off and he made really good passes and stuff like that. He was good in the midfield area. Injured player. Okay, continue. So the game should get more interesting now. As So we just played Manchester City, and I knew how they were going to play because I played them in the league just before the cup. So it was like just copy pasting the tactics. Because I played well against them, but I was unfortunate to lose. I lost 1-0 to them the first time around, but won 3-0 the time round. So I was in the tactics. I knew there was nothing wrong with the tactics, so So I actually need to do this as well. Uh, Squad status. Okay, so squad status. I want to look at the players who have expiring contracts. So okay, sorry, not this. So I want to see whose contract is expiring on 2019. Mata's contract is expiring, and I would actually like to renew it because he's a good player and he's not that old. He's 30 years old. Sometimes I think he's older than he is. He's 30 years old, and he was born. When was he born? Info. There's an easier way to check this, but I can't see it right now. It says, yeah, that's his date of birth. So he's born in April. So he's gonna turn 31 before the end of the season. So he's not that old. He's 31. He can still go on for another 2 years, I think. And he's not. He's not the most fastest player, but he's got quite a lot of creativity. Creativity is around 18, and he can find the pass with 17. Flair 17, so he's very creative with the ball. So definitely want to keep him, especially if you go against players who play who play the low block tactic. So I'm gonna offer him a new contract, and 175 per. Did the currency change? No, I don't think so. He's not on a high. He's not on a very high contract. Alexis Sanchez is on a very high contract, earning about twice as much as Mata. I don't know why Mata isn't earning that much, but he's actually a player with who's earning a lot as well, Mata. So expires, no, not expires, equality. So Mata, give him a new contract, 180. Yeah, he wants, so loyalty. So here's the thing though. What I'm gonna do is uh, goal bonus, appearance bonus, season landmark bonus. So I have a few young players coming through, Angel Gomez and Tia Chong. So I don't want to keep him for too long. So he's asking for to basically it's gonna be 2019, so 2 year extension. I'm okay with that. So I don't see anything wrong with agreeing to what he's asking for. Let me see if I had any clauses or anything like that I would want to change. Yeah, let's see if he wants to agree to that. Yeah, he agrees to it. So I have an option to extend him for 1 year if I want to, which I probably won't do, but still good to have that option. Uh, and then Herrera, I don't. I like him as a player, but he doesn't have too much ability, and but he's not that old, so I probably will keep him or sell him. Oh, he actually is 29, and but he turned 29 recently, in August, so he's not that old, and it says Harris better than Matic, but whatever. Matic, so Smalling, um, Luke Shaw. I'm gonna offer Luke Shaw a new contract. So they want 110. Contract info. So he wants one, one, and 3 year extension to his ex, to his existing contract. Wage is about the same. Parents fee and everything looks the same. 1.9. Looks like a cheap deal to me. So they changed the contract terms. 135, which is still okay. Loyalty bonus. Agent fee. I'm gonna ask it to be 2.3. Loyalty 2 with 3. This is fine. Yearly wage rise, no yearly wage rise. And agree. So the things that 2.6, 3.2, wage rise exclude, suggest. Okay, agreed. So that's fine. And the other players, Andres Pereira is on loan. Phil Jones. So I'm gonna lose probably Lindelof. Lindelof. So let me see how Lindelof plays. Lindelof plays as a fast player with not a lot of jumping reach, but a lot of creativity and can play from the back. Whereas has heading reach. I remember. No, he doesn't have heading reach. Jumping reach is not that good, but heading is good. So um, and he's good with tackling and marking. Determination is pretty good as well. Bravery is pretty good. Hmm. How old is he? He's 26. I'm gonna keep Phil Jones and let Victor Lindelof go, if I'm honest, because Victor Lindelof doesn't have that much years at the club, so I'm gonna prefer seniority over potential. So 80. What is what is he earning right now? 75. I'll offer you 75. No, no extension. And so he wants a 2 year extension. I want a 3 extension. Actually, Let me make this 19. Okay. I'm not gonna renew Valencia's contract. I'd rather develop Delo, but having said that, I need to play Delo if I'm gonna let Valencia go, and I haven't played Delo yet, so I need to start playing him soon, sooner rather than later. And the other thing is, um, um, Chong, everything else looks fine. Young, do I want to keep Young? He's quite old, but he's very versatile. Uh, I'll make that decision later about Young. Young and is there any under 18 that I'd rather tie down very early rather than later? With these, I need to look at the potential. Lee Corner. Lee Corner is probably the only one who I can think of, and even then, I'm not that interested. So, no. Use Stockport. So Stockport, right? Uh, they play down the right. Anything outstanding? They played on the right. That's the only thing I can look at from what I can see. But that's only for the last match, I think. So you never know how they play. I need to look at other things. Mm. So confidence, and this is actually United. Everything's looks fair enough. Philosophy's at 50. Dynamics. Canadian is the team leader, and the goalkeeper is highly influential player. And there's some players building up to be influential players. Just so Social group A. Okay. Oh, okay. So I have one of the young players who's pretty similar to Flamey, and his name is McTominay, right? He is pretty similar to Fellaini. They're both aerial players. So the only thing is, Fellaini is more versatile in terms of his position, and McTominay is rather not. So I'm not too sure actually if I wanna if I want to. I'll let Valencia talk to him. So he's not able to resolve the issue. The thing is, I don't think I'm gonna play him all that often. So probably he's gonna ask for a transfer request. So I don't really care about Fellaini because McTominay is a player who can play a very similar role. So it doesn't really bother me if he leaves. So Tottenham Hotspur next. They're 20th in the league. Their manager's probably gonna get relegated. Somebody was managing their club. Mm, I don't know how they set the team up, but they're not doing really well. So Carabao Cup quarterfinal. Let's see who we play in the quarterfinal of the Carabao Cup. But so Liverpool, we have not had easy luck in the cup matches. I'll just show you. I'll show you guys what I mean by that. So in terms of our cup matches, so if I can filter cup matches, Just to filter everything out. So Liverpool, Man City, sorry, Arsenal, Man City, Liverpool, and okay, so we haven't played in the FA Cup, but it's not been an easy ride, and we've still made it to the quarterfinals. So I've got to be pleased with that. I have not been prioritizing this cup, but I have been playing strong teams. I haven't been playing weak teams because Manchester United have good depth in terms of the players that they have at the club. So I've been able to rotate the squad and yet been able to win these games. I think what I the only bad thing I think would be that we haven't done all that well in the league. We're fifth in the league. A few more points would mean that we could be as top as second, but we're not showing as much form as we should. We haven't lost that many games, but we haven't won that many games either. We've drawn a lot of games. I think the same can be said about a lot of teams around us, except for Bournemouth, who have been winning games. So the only team with a winless with a streak that they haven't lost a game is Chelsea. Anyway, so um, uh, so Tottenham next. I'm gonna check how they play. Just 1 second. Okay, so um, this is next opposition, but I don't know if he's scoring the next opposition. Anyways, so um, Tottenham report, senior squad overview. So I do have the report. So the thing I want to look at is formation first. So they play uh, predominantly they play 4-2-3-1 wide. Okay, so and um, goal attempts, goal. So they're 20th in the league, and that's because this is really poor. Shots on target. They have a pretty high ratio for shot on target, but very low conversion rate. They haven't won any penalties. 76% accuracy in passing, not that great. But saying that Rolls has a good enough passing percentage completion rate. Uh, this I don't think is all that important. Although I would say 93% win rate in terms of aerial duels is pretty high. Let me see what that is. And center back, ball player. So nothing all that important over there. Nothing all that important. They don't tackle all that much. I don't think so. In 14 games, so they made about 20 tackles a game, which is not too high, not too low. They are a team that's bottom of the league, so for a team that's bottom of the league, that's not too high. Fouls made, conceded. So they've clubbed 2 clean sheets. So they scored 16, conceded 28. So so that's how their team plays, right? Now for formation and stuff like that. So they play Ericsson, Ali, Mora, Lucas Mora, Kane, Wanyama, Dembele, Rose, Vertonghen, TR, Dyer, Trippier, and Alderweireld is playing centre back, and Dyer is playing. Strange. No, this is blacked out, anyways. Okay. So we're scheduled. I mean, yes, new squad. So they rotate quite a bit. So it's hard. It's gonna be hard to tell who is gonna play, but their players are not in form, not doing well. Sorry, not doing well and not in form. I haven't actually set this up for Manchester United. So the thing I would look at in terms of Manchester United is, so they're playing they're playing the same formation as us, and they're not in form. So I wish I could compare against my team instead of against the league. First team. Oh, there's a comparison as well. So comparison. Okay, so I don't think this matters all that much. So for all positions, they're dominating us. Goalkeeper, we're pretty strong in the goalkeeper department. Defense, heading, they're better than us by a bit, I think. Not all that much. Midfield, their vision is much better than ours. Although I don't know why our vision is so low. I don't think our vision is 8.10. I could see our long shots being that low, but not that our vision, because of, I don't know how this is 8.1. Attack. Our pace installation is much better than theirs. Mental, our flare is good. Their work rate is good. Okay. So Herrera played in the last game. Is Matic back? Matic is injured. I'm back in 5 to 10 days. So in the next match, I expect a defensive 4-2-3-1. So, to be honest, I'm thinking about who to play in defensive midfield. I'm gonna bring Valencia back. Let's just have Hector as an option there. And instead of Gomez, have Mata. I actually want to start playing Delo. So instead of Young, I'm gonna have Delo. And instead of Delaney, I'm gonna have McClowney. Okay, everything looks fine. He's not tactically familiar because of his role in duty. Yeah. Lingard is not familiar because of his role in duty in Creative Freedom. Yeah, so in the next match, so I'm gonna have another look at Tottenham. I'm basically trying to see what is in their midfield. So appearances. So they don't have a fixed midfield in terms of who they play in midfield. But I would expect Wanyama and Dembele maybe. I don't know if Dembele is gonna play. I think Ericsson will play. But Ericsson usually plays as an attacking midfielder, right? So not quite sure. I think they might go for a very attacking midfield. Are we playing away or home or away? Schedule. We're playing at home. Whenever plays away defensive play, stamina is pretty high, work rate is pretty high. I probably will have to play around him. So I think everything looks good, except for the fact that everything looks good. So I think the first thing I want to check against them is how's their heading at the back, because I really need to play long players. Okay, their heading is good. It's average actually. So I can definitely take a chance in the heading department. So this one and okay, and maybe. And the second thing I need to look at is Stockport and how they play and how I'm going to set up against them. So um, so okay, so we have a pretty strong squad, but not a very deep squad. So they have an injury down the left, and they're not able to cover that up from the first team. They're playing somebody, it's a center back playing as a left back to cover up that position. So they have preferred 11, out of which the left back is injured and winger is injured. Left or right, I'm not quite sure which one. So the other thing I would say is um, not a lot of players with a lot of tackling. Interceptions, not a lot of players with interceptions, a lot of interceptions. Work rate is high with Diamo. Same player has a lot of tackles. I think when I was looking at it, I was trying to compare. So Diamo has a lot of tackles, well, an average amount of tackles and interceptions. So we'll need to play a quick look at him. He looks like a player that would be influential for them. Potential, potential to learn inherent ability. So none of their players are outstanding in terms of anything. But I need to get another. I need to mark their. I would have we are playing against their striker, who is a poacher, I think. Shadow Striker says, what if you claim as a striker is a butcher? Yeah. So, butcher, I need to cut out their, cut out his, speed, I think. No. So, also he's like as attacking midfielder, right? So, I thought that he was playing striker. So he's playing attacking midfielder and they're playing 4-4-1-1. So it depends on how they play. Melbourne. So he's advanced forward, I think. So he's more mentally tackling type of player. Plays with his team. He's like a target man basically. And they're okay to that. Uh, so firstly, Charsley. Same. Barnes. Let me see. Where's Canadian? Museums. I think this is a good tactic to choose from. So I don't know what's going on with my memory. I look at Stockport and then I forget what tactic they're playing. So they're playing 4-4-1-1, 4-4-1-1, and I'm playing 4-5-1. So basically, um, I should So some players don't agree. And the second thing I would like to say is, I'd like some of you to get forward and attack. Okay, let's see if that works. So, just to let you guys know, this is an online game, and if you guys want to join, the name of the server is Big League. Hi, how you doing, Monster Brawl 420? Nice to have you on, watching the show. So as I was saying, the name of the online game is Big League. Anybody can join. There's no password, and I would love for you to join the game and play alongside me. So so the match against Stockport is coming right up. So we're gonna play that match. So I'm actually sitting. I didn't actually look at the camera. I'm sitting off camera basically. So we've got two matches coming up: Tottenham Hotspur and Stockport. So looking forward to those. So Romero. So they're asking me if I want to have any player play for the under 18. Not really. Gomez. I don't. He's Liverpool's Gomez. Torres and Cortel. I don't know why that made it into the thing. Probably somebody's uh, joined the game as Torkel. Signed up and joined the game as Torkel. So Tottenham coming up next. So they're 20th in the league. They're not doing well, and the reason they're probably not doing well is because of the conversion rate. Maybe Hurricane's injured and they don't have a good enough replacement for him. So a lot of a lot of players not happy with him. Assertive. So 4 players no longer concerned, and they were not even like important players for us. So I don't know. So can I get through this very quickly so I can get to the match? Yeah. So match preview, team selection, submit. Let me just quickly double check if I made any mistake or anything. So Herrera, I did probably make a mistake. So McTominay, Herrera. I'm gonna have I'm gonna have not McTominay and Gomez as a replacement, and just in case I need to bring a left midfielder and a striker. So I want to have more attacking options. And submit team selection, and Barnes, Willoughby plays as a counter striker. Richie plays as an attacking midfielder. Lynch is a centre back, and Senior is a right back, centre back combination type player. So I think we're good to go. God damn it. I hate the game crashes on me all the time like this. So basically, I can't play the game without, I need to quit the game and start again. Is anybody managing Stockport? So, I don't know why this happens. It doesn't really matter because I'm gonna have to quit the game. So, so I just wanted to check one thing. Is anybody managing Stockport? Because they had a really unusual formation, and I don't think the computer would have picked that kind of formation for them. So, no, nobody's managing Stockport. So I don't know why they're playing that console formation. It's not a usual formation for the computer to be playing. At least I haven't seen it in the previous games. So oh no. So I can't. I have to quit the game because the game crashed. I don't know why this happens, but I need to quit the game and restart the game. Sorry about this. So if you guys stick around, I'll probably have something running till the game reloads, and we can play this game. So let's see. I'm gonna run the game. So I'll let you guys know like how how the game is progressing and whatnot, like in terms of how far is it in terms of loading. So in the meantime, let's check out Manchester United news. I usually go to BBC to check out the news. So Sterling signs a new deal. Wow, that's a big deal. I don't know if he's been playing really amazing or whatnot. I've been following football that lately, but did Manchester United lose another game? Okay, so football. Chairman Sachi, that's a really sad news that their chairman passed away because of a helicopter crash. So, so the game is preparing to launch. Welbeck has significant ankle injury. Sanchez wants to leave Manchester United. I think Manchester United must want Sanchez to leave them because he's not playing all that well. 3 one win from Nigeria looks nice. So is there United specific news? So United. So is this in the week? So let me check something. Results. So they won against Juventus, right? That was the last result. But why is he saying that 12s are? Is there a fixture coming up on Sunday? Yeah. So he's saying that ahead of the fixture against Man City, and I don't think results have been that great. But to be honest, we're not that far behind. We can easily catch up. There's still a lot of football to be played. So I think we're so if we look at the table, where's the table? Football table. So we're actually 7th, and if we had 3 more points in the next game, we would have been 5th. So actually, look, we're not doing all that well. Top 3 looks, there's a big difference between top 3 and getting into the top 3 basically. And we're not doing all that well, to be honest. But there's a lot of football to be played, and so there's 38 games in a season, and only about less than 1/3 then the matches have been played. So it's less than 50%. So still a lot of points to be won. And where's the game in terms of being launching? It says it's preparing to launch, but I don't know what's going on. So let me take a closer look. Steam. Run Steam. So it's synchronizing. So basically I've set it up on cloud or something like that. So it synchronizes every time it exits the game and whatnot. So it's 40% done. So okay, so Monster Ball is like he deserves that contract. So why do you think that is? Has he been playing really good? I haven't been following football matches all that much. I've been busy setting up this channel, so busy with setting up the graphics and the overlays and this and that, and quite a lot of behind the scene things going on with this channel. I've just started streaming and quite a lot of time spent behind the scenes, and not been able to follow the what's it called, the real life football, so not been watching games and whatnot. So let me check if they show his stats and whatnot on BBC. So does it do they have stats, player stats or something like that? Top scorers. Sterling 7 goals in how many matches? So he played. So if you he played. So he scored about 1 in every 2 games, right? And that for a striker, that's really good. I mean, 180 would mean 2 matches. So for a striker, that's really good, and for a winger, that's even better. So I think he's done really good. A lot of their players, they have really high amount of goals. So a lot of goals scored by Man City. So so let me actually have another look. So if I go into table, how many goals did they score? They're scoring a lot of goals, I think. Four. So they scored the highest amount of goals, and they scored 33 goals. 6 more goals than Chelsea, who have the second highest, and the goal difference is pretty high as well because they conceded only 4 goals. Okay, so he grabbed the penalty against Shakhtar, but looking at this, the whole team is playing really well. So looking at the table, so and to be honest, one is uh uh the other thing is how far are we? 80% loaded. So the game is 80% loaded. So just a few more minutes till the game loads. So I can see, is there player stats here? There, I don't think there is. But if I could see player stats, I would look at Raheem Sterling's stats. Actually, let me check something. If I go in Man City and Man City, uh, top scorers. Can I click on Sterling? No, I can't. So, and he has a really high shot on target. Look at his shot on target, 74%. So, and so he has 158. So his, besides the striker, and besides Gabriel Jesus is also a striker, right? So besides the strikers, and he's level with so basically the game started. So let's get back to that to the game. So behind the strikers, I see he has the highest amount of uh, goals per minute, and his shot on target is pretty high as well. So he's done really well, and he's a young player, so he can definitely improve. So uh, he's he's a quick player. I remember when he used to play for Liverpool, he was an amazing dribbler as well. He didn't have too much end product, but he was an amazing dribbler, a very quick on the ball. And looking at his shooting now, he's become a shooter as well. So he's become a shadow striker or something like that. I don't know which position he plays at the moment. He used to play on the wing, so I'm not quite sure where he plays at the moment. But he's certainly versatile. I remember Brendan Rodgers saying that uh, he wanted to play him as a attacking midfielder right behind Luis Suarez, so they both could link up and stuff like that. So I don't know how he plays at the moment. He's pretty versatile as well. Uh, I don't know why my game crashes. It has happened quite a few times, and the thing is, I need to. I don't know what it changes because it always crashes in the beginning of a game, so I don't lose much, but I um but it is annoying, and I have to like while streaming I have to quit the game and start the game all over again, so that really sucks. So continue, continue, use, continue. So I don't know why Manchester United are struggling. To be honest, they have too many too many players who want the manager wants to be important and the players want to be important. Too many players with an opinion, and not they don't seem to be working all that together and whatnot. Too many too many people blaming each other. That's what I remember when I stopped watching them. There was Pogba saying that we're not doing well, and then United match Mourinho saying that the players are not doing well. Luke Shaw with his own comments, and everybody like um, so assertive. Assertive. Okay, continue. So too many like too many pointing fingers not working together was the general vibe I was getting from the United camp. And the thing is, they didn't spend on a center back. Uh, Position they probably need to fix. So um, does this look like what I was trying to do? It doesn't. So what was I trying to do last time? So Fred, so this sucks. Now I can't remember what I was trying to do last time. So back. So what? Let me check what formation they're playing. I'm gonna try to make this as quick as possible. So Tottenham tactics. So they're playing 4-2-3-1. 4-2-3-1. Okay. And Kane is injured. And do they have a second striker, Lorente, who's not match fit? So tactics. Actually, I'm gonna play Lingard. Insert forward. Attack. Left, right. Left, right. And this looks okay. Just reach target man. Everything else looks okay. Not this. Okay, so Fred. Herrera. Okay, so too many ball players and not many ball winners is a general theme that I'm seeing. But I'm gonna stick by it for the moment. Actually don't want to do that. I'm gonna play her instead of Hector. Submit team. So hopefully I remember how I wanted to play this tactic out. I don't think I wanted to change anything in this tactic. Let me just quickly check if everything's okay. Yeah, everything looks okay. I need to make sure that, okay, so lesson tactics. What am I doing? Okay. Actually, no. Play him, defend. And not him, but him. And stop it. And pass more. Okay. Ta-da. Okay. Thank God the game didn't crash. Okay. So Daddy with the ball, and he plays it to Kane. So the reason why I played more press in terms of Bailey is because Kane isn't that fast, and I'd rather press him before he gets into the box rather than I'd rather um, let him play off the ball, and I want to actually be closing down basically, and that's why I'm playing Bailey as the stopper. I don't care if he gets off the ball and scores a goal, but I don't want him to be playing on the ball and influencing play that way. The other thing is, with them having 4-2-3-1 and playing him as a lone striker, if he doesn't get on the ball, they will have to play more indirect and very slow basically, and I will be able to get into defensive positions much easily and whatnot. So I want to change something. Monster Ball 420, I just had a question for you. Would you like to watch this match more quickly or more slowly? Like right now it's at comprehensive. Would you like to watch it at, say, extended, or keep it at comprehensive? If you could let me know, that'd be great. Thanks. So somebody joined the game, and that's really good. That's why this thing is blinking over here. That means that somebody joined the game. So I'll check that out in a little bit to see which team they're managing or whatnot. So they're really tackling hard in their team at Tottenham. We have opportunity to play from the back, which makes me think, why didn't I bring on Hector? I could have played from the back, but let's see if Herrera can influence the game. With Herrera, I can play more short passes and retain possession a bit better. And Herrera wins the ball much better than Hector. So 20 minutes into the game, and we've had quite a few shots and a good amount of possession. Passes completed not that high for either team. Uh, um, our shells keeps on getting into dangerous positions. It's really encouraging to see that. To be honest, both teams are having shots on target. In the last 30 minutes, we've had 7 shots on target. So I would say about one every 3-4 minutes. Okay, I want to talk to you about me. That should be good. So, 35 minutes into the game, Lukaku picks up the yellow card. So, body language says Lukaku is focused after the conflict and whatnot. So, hopefully, he can provide assist. Or a better ball into better passing and whatnot. So I think we're doing well because of our tackling. So tackles won. No, actually we are not doing well because of our tackling. We only won 40% of our tackles, and we've only made 5 tackles. Whereas Tottenham have done much better. We're keeping possession because, most probably because our passes completed are 10% higher than Tottenham, but still it's not that high. So the game is being played very end to end. Marshall has had quite a few chances to make something happen. Marshall has sort of I'm looking for something to happen. So can I see average rating? So Lukaku's not playing that well. Lingard is not playing that well. Marshall, who I criticize, is actually has a higher rating. But a lot of players are not playing all that well. Lingard is running with the ball. Yes, we're not really impressed. Yeah, we've conceded a goal. I guess the team that's troubled in the league. So our league, we're not doing well in the league. We're doing well in the cups and whatnot, but not in the league. So, finally, essentially defend the plan. Shaw, and back. So I'm planning to play with a quicker tempo, see if that can unlock the opposition. I need to go in attack and score 2 goals, basically. Don't make a mistake. Nothing coming from this thing. Nothing. don't know. We should be doing a lot better. Sorry, sure. Everything comes off, and everything comes off. It's not gonna make a huge difference. Goal. Come on, score goal. Hey, here on 144, how you doing? So we're losing this game, and we've lost 2 of them, probably. It was a very end-to-end game, but to be honest, we gave too much room to their wingers. That was wow. Thanks for following here on 144. Really appreciate it. So one of the things, yeah. So it is an online state. So yeah, you can join. The name of this server is Big League. No password. I'll show you right now. Just give me one moment. Actually, I'll show you right now. So if preferences. So the name of the server is Big League. There's no password. Nobody's banned. So and sorry, cancel. Game status confirm. Okay, so nobody's actually managing any club right now, but a lot of people have set up their games, set up their tactics and everything. So while they're not playing, actively, they have they manage their clubs passively. So that's how most of the managers are playing. So back to the game. thanks. I'd really like to have you in the game, and maybe you can manage a team at Red Rubber North, where I'm managing FC United, or in the Premier League against Manchester United. Hopefully, we can get something out of this game because we're losing. We're losing two nothing, and I don't know why. I don't know what to do. So our passing went down by 65 to 65%. So we scored a goal, I think. Yeah. Hopefully you can get another goal and at least draw the game. Oh, that was close. So let me think if I can come up with a solution. Goal! So we've leveled the game. I'm getting too greedy now. I'm thinking maybe we can win it in the last minute or something like that. So substitution worked. And we pushed wider, and that really helped as well. So Lukaku gets it in from a difficult angle, but a goal is a goal. So late comeback, Fergie time goal. Hmm. Anything can happen. So another player got injured. Maybe they'll be playing with a player less, and I can push more players forward. Yeah, they'll be with a player less. I don't have much time, but I need to take advantage of that. So I'm gonna play. Let's see if we can push forward. Can't get that shot. Uh, so we leveled the game. I hope we can win this, but it's almost full time. We only got 1 more minute to do. One more minute to go. So full time we couldn't make it count. But the thing is, we came back. We were losing 2-0, and we came back and scored 2 goals and drew the game. Overall, we had more possession, more shots, and more shots on target. But um, basically, I think a lot of it might have come in the last few minutes. So we struggled to keep possession, and we made some mistakes. I think 6 mistakes by look shot. Yeah, struggled to perform, keep performance, almost score a goal. Anyways, um, not good enough. So Pogba is not happy. I don't really care. So this, I actually changed formation, so I want to play this game on full highlights and whatnot. So let me see how the game pans out and whatnot. Because I'm not quite sure how they're gonna play and how I need to set up and whatnot. So I need some time to adjust to the new tactic because I was playing a different setup before. So we're pressing really well, but we're leaving gas behind. Outside. Who is this player? Is it Barnes? No, Canadian. So they're playing direct. They're playing long balls to the forward. Oh, close one. Could have been a goal. The tempo seems pretty high. And they're playing long balls. I mean direct football, and we're playing risky football, taking risks and whatnot. So and it's pretty end to end.